Hey there, Capricorn. Welcome to your reading for the week of July 22nd. You have this dolphin spirit says, stop taking life so seriously and splash some joy in your everyday life. Yeah, definitely, Capricorn. You have this family heritage. It says it's time to get back in touch with your loved ones you have been away from. So definitely time for you to have more fun. I'm laughing my ass off because every single mid-monthly reading for July said something about like needing to embrace your inner child, or needing to go have more fun, or needing to enjoy yourself, needing to be careful of like taking things too seriously, right? And all that other stuff. So I think that, playful energy, being playful, doing things that you love and enjoy is definitely a good idea. I believe personally we need to bring more love into the world. And, I think one of the best ways to do it is to like go enjoy yourself, go do something. When you do that, you give off a better energy, especially if you're doing like heart-based things like your hobbies or spending time with family or people that you do love and, all that other good stuff. So, again, that's how we're going to change the world for the better, hopefully. And that's exactly what I would do with that energy for sure. You have the Eight of Cups, the Death card, and the Ten of Cups. The Eight of Cups is about, I didn't even pull the last row, I'm losing my mind. But the Eight of Cups is about kind of walking away from things that no longer serve you and walking towards something. A lot of people say that he's walking towards the Nine of Cups, but we don't actually know what he is walking towards. Like, sure, you could say he's walking towards the Nine of Cups, but he doesn't necessarily know what he is walking towards. So he might be walking away towards fulfillment, but really he's just walking away from something that isn't fulfilling him, and he's eclipsing something out of his life. It's the only card in the tarot right here that has an eclipse on it. So he is eclipsing something out of his life and going who the hell knows where. He just knows that something isn't right. So I think that for some of you, you might be in a period of time where you just feel that something isn't right. It could be a connection, it could be a work connection, could be your business, whatever, and you might be walking away. And there might not be really, kind of the feeling I get here is that maybe there isn't like a rhyme or a reason to why you're walking away from something. It's like maybe you can't really explain it. You might also be making a change that people are saying like you're crazy to, walk away from that job or whatever. And I definitely, I want to stress, especially in this time, right? I would not just like quit a job without anything else lined up. So that's not what I'm talking about, right? I would go get something else and then quit if that's what you want to do. But what I would say is, again, people could be calling you crazy for doing that, or people could be calling you crazy for quitting your business and starting another one, or whatever the case may be. But again, I think that really there is no rhyme or reason other than it is just a time for change. You have the Death card right here. So I feel like you just know that something needs to change. What's really crazy is today, I'm pretty sure today's the 17th. It is. I can't see. I need glasses. It's probably an arm's length away from me, and I can't even see that. But, it's the 17th. Today, Pluto goes to 0 degrees, right? So it's retrograding back into Capricorn. And, now could be the time. I'm telling you right now, that cusp of Capricorn and Aquarius is the death of establishment. You know what else is the death of establishment? Is this right here. There is a king that is dead underneath the Death Rider, and it just represents the death of establishment. It says that even kings die. And it says that, there is going to be a transformation and in your life, and it could be something that has been established. But there's this child right here, and the child is the only one that is excited for the Death Rider. The child's holding up flowers to the Death Rider, and it kind of represents your inner child. What did this card say? It said, stop taking life so seriously, splash some joy in your everyday life. I'm telling you, inner joy, inner childlike energy is going to be the thing that gets you through some sort of transformation that you could be experiencing. Also, all of this right here, 10 of Cups to the 6 of Cups. Both cards can represent your inner child. They both can represent that inner playfulness or being playful. The 10 of Cups can be a blessing. 10 of Cups can be fortune after difficulty as well, so I do feel that there are improvements coming in for you. Funny enough, you don't really have any financial cards here yet, but I do feel that this 10 of Cups is talking about something financial. I'm also hearing that like if you have an idea or you've been thinking about doing something but you're not doing it, that is the thing. I'm telling you right now, that is the thing that will probably improve your finances. So I would get started. The other interesting thing that's popping into my head for you, Capricorn, is I think maybe in the past you have been able to come up with an idea or an inspiration, and it's almost like you can see it, like in your third eye. It's almost like you can see that things are going to work. Right now, I think that maybe you have an idea, but it's like you don't have the feeling. It's almost like if I put myself in your shoes, the feeling that this is going to work or whatever is missing. I feel like this could be love for some of you as well. It's like maybe you have this vision of love with a person, but it's almost like you're putting it on a pedestal, even though the pedestal doesn't exist. And so the feeling is missing. That's what I'm hearing with this Ten of Cups. But let's see where we can go with that. I actually don't think it's missing. I think it's missing, but it's not. So let's see what the hell this is talking about. I have no clue. With the Eight of Cups, you have the Three of Swords. Yes, walking away from something. I mean, this means nothing to me because, it's basically exactly what I just said. So... I feel like you could be walking away from something. I feel like you've been in a temporary, I also feel that the Three of Swords can represent a temporary period of time. So it's like maybe since I'm getting like March till now, things have slowed down or things have been weird. And I feel like from now till whenever, things are improving. With the Death card, you have the Ten of Wands. I feel that everybody needs to kind of like lighten up the energy. So if you're doing things that are creating burdens, or if you're doing things that are slowing you down or causing a mental burden, those are the things that you need to remove from your life. But I also feel that you are about to have a harvest. The Ten of Wands, he is normally walking towards his home in the background, and he is about to have a harvest. So, I feel for a lot of you, it's been a wild ride, and now you're about to get a harvest. With the Ten of Cups, you have the Six of Swords. That's why there is no feeling. Six of Swords says you could still be in the choppy waters and you haven't gotten to the calmer shores yet. So it's like you see the vision, right? You see maybe you're in the boat and it's like you can see the calmer shores right ahead of you, but you're still in the choppy waters. So you're like, I can see the improvement, but I can't feel it because things are still an absolute mess around me. And that's kind of what I feel here for you, Capricorn. It's like you could see something, but you're still in the storm, or it's like you can see ahead of you, but things aren't. And I didn't even notice this. You have the Six of Swords twice right here. So there you go. I think that it's because you're still in the choppy waters, but I don't know. This could be good because, it looks to me like you're getting to the calmer shores. Next, in the area of what's coming in for you, you have this zebra card. It says spiritual symmetry, distinctiveness, and self-acceptance. You have the snake. It says fertility, birth, and health. Yeah, I feel like there's a rebirth that is happening for you at this time. Snakes can kind of represent reinvention. They also represent, they are the guardians of portals, snakes. And to get through the portal, we have to face some sort of fear. So snakes represent fears. And, one of the cards that you have here in this row is the world. The world is a portal card. There is a portal right in the middle of the world. And also, not only that, with the world, we go from the world and we go to the Fool. We basically start the Fool's journey all over again. And so I kind of feel like there is, is this like a big major fear? No. I mean, maybe for some of you, but I feel like this is like a little fear, like taking the risk to start a business or, taking a leap of faith on an idea. Could also be you taking a leap of faith towards love as well. It's like some of you, maybe you have to take the risk to do something. And like I said, I feel like something's missing. I'm really kind of surprised that the Queen of Wands didn't show up in the main spread of this reading. It's kind of giving me those vibes. Queen of Wands, she has to take a leap of faith without knowing whether or not something is going to work out. She's also my card of kind of like learning as you go. And so she has to take a leap of faith without knowing all the details, and she has to kind of like figure things out as she is progressing on her journey. And I definitely feel that. For some of you, it's like this Lovers is saying, let me back up a little bit because I didn't really say this. The Lovers can represent being at a crossroads. So it's almost like you have a choice, two choices to make. And it's like one choice I feel is like the familiar is your story, but I feel the snake wants you to reinvent yourself, which would mean that you have to change your story. And the other path is the unknown. And, I kind of get this Queen of Wands energy from the reading, even though she doesn't show up here. It's almost like saying to me that the unknown, it's like you will learn as you go. And it will also lead to something that you will love. So this could be a person. I don't really feel like this is a love reading. I feel like this is more talking about changing your story or the story that you've been experiencing up until this point and kind of reinventing yourself. It makes sense. Pluto at 0 degrees today, right now, right? And it's going to go back into Capricorn. It's only going to go to 29 degrees. And then it's going to move forward in November. It's officially going to be moved into Aquarius to stay, right? So we'll be at this point again. I don't know the date. It's like probably October or something, if I had to guess off the top of my head. The 12th or the 13th, I think. But again, don't quote me because I don't remember. But what I would say here is that we could be revisiting this point. You know what the other interesting thing is we have an eclipse in October, and we were talking about the eclipses. So October could be a very interesting time. You have the Justice card. The Justice card represents balance and creating balance in your life. The Justice card would also represent justice. I feel like I kind of just feel you feel things are more just at this time, especially as we move through this week. We get into next week in August as well. So I'd say maybe like the next 6 weeks, you are going to be experiencing things balancing out for you, meaning, things that you've been working on actually working. I feel that part of your story has been that you've been doing things and they don't work. And so like now things are actually changing. You have the World, which is your card. You show up twice right here, you and you, with the Devil. So whenever you show up as yourself, this really puts you in a position of power and strength. It allows you to get what you want from the reading. So this looks amazing. Let's see. With the Lovers, you have the Seven of Pentacles here. Yes, so Seven of Pentacles would be a change in direction, literally what we said, old path, new path. Seven of Pentacles, he's normally looking at those pentacles, and he's saying, is the juice worth the squeeze? Is it worth it for me to keep investing my time, effort, energy into these things that I've been working on, or is there something better? I don't know. But what I would say is that, this reading's reminding me of The Matrix, when Neo, he gets into a car and they ask him if he wants to go figure out what the Matrix is, it's raining outside, he's like looking down the road and the lady's like, you've been down that road before, meaning you've experienced the experience that you've had already, but there's a new experience in front of you, and yes, maybe it's scary, and yes, maybe it's part of your hero's journey, and yes, there's a lot of the unknown, but that's where you will truly find yourself, is going with those people and figuring out what the Matrix is. With the Justice card, you have the Strength card. Strength card is about being strong, and it's about being patient. I feel like you have been patient. It's like your hard work or your patience is paying off with that Justice card. With the World, you have the Chariot, victory in some sort of win. I feel like you're finally moving forward as well. There's like a little known meaning of the Six of Swords, that the Six of Swords can represent being stuck in the mud. This guy in the back here, he is a guide, but he's using this stick to push this woman and the child forward in the boat. But maybe he's stuck in the mud. Maybe that's the stick that he's using to push the boat forward isn't moving. And I feel like now there's like a burst of movement coming in for you, and I really do get that feeling going this way. The Queen of Cups would say, especially when you tap into your heart, and so if you follow your heart, I think you will be successful. You have this Earthworm card and this Lamb card. I feel like you're being too timid about something. The earthworm kind of represents being a worm. And I'm not calling you a worm. I love worms, right? And what I would say here is that the worm kind of represents needing to speak up. It can represent like burying yourself underground and not saying the things that you think you need to say, or being too shy. The lamb is meant to represent like spring-like energy, fresh energy, kind of like almost like rebirth or birth empress energy. But what I would say here is I feel that it's time for you to kind of really attack something, especially if you are working on new projects, and really go for something. Something I didn't notice is that you have 2 sixes. If you've been watching me for a while, you know that I love 2 sixes. 2 sixes is like confirmation for your path. It basically says you're going in the right direction. You're doing the things that you need to do at this time to be successful. The Six of Cups can represent a turnaround. Six of Cups can represent the past and, blah, 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 all that other stuff. But what I think is more important here is that the Six of Cups can represent a gift from the universe. And usually the gift we receive from the Six of Cups is a turnaround, meaning we've been bumping up against obstacles, and then the Six of Cups comes up and it can remove those obstacles, whatever they are, from our lives. So I feel for a lot of you that this is saying you are removing obstacles from your life at this time. You have the Six of Swords, again, also removing obstacles. I feel like you are removing the obstacle of the Six of Swords. It's almost like, again, you are in the choppy waters, or you have been right now, and you can see the other side, and it's kind of like conflicting realities. I hope that makes sense. Is that, sorry, I shaved my nose hairs, and it's just all up in here. It's itching. It's driving me crazy. So there you go. No, I don't do coke, right? But what I would say here is, that I feel for a lot of you, this is saying that there are 2 conflicting realities. You see the reality you're in. You see the reality you want. It exists. It's there. But getting there it's like, you're like, why am I not there yet? Why do I feel like I'm on a treadmill running towards something? But if you're on a treadmill, it's like you can never get there, right? Because you're just running in place. And so I feel that feeling for a long time. I don't know. We're going to have to come back to that because there's more there. You have the Devil. I just feel like this is your energy. I kind of do feel sometimes with the devil that he can represent root chakra energy. And usually, to me, he's actually a card of creation, believe it or not, because I think with the devil, we have to bring the energy up to our head and express whatever we want to create in the world. So it's almost like that could be the running in place, especially for those of you that have an idea to improve your life. It's like if you haven't done it yet, then you're running in place. And once you get started, I think that's when you're going to get to the other side. So let's see here. You have the devil wanting to pop out there as well. So that's very interesting. With the Six of Swords, you have the Page of Swords. Page of Swords is that childlike curiosity. The whole entire reading, talks about embracing your childlike energy, being more playful, and kind of being curious as well. With the Six of Swords, you have the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords can be lying, cheating, stealing, but really Seven of Swords is a card of tactics. I've been saying all year, Seven of Swords comes up like crazy this year. It's crazy to me. And Seven of Swords says, if you can't do something one way, then do it another. So basically learn how to do things, the things you're trying to accomplish in the best way possible. With the Devil, you have the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords can represent being stabbed in the back and all that other stuff. I would be careful here. Again, there could be a past person that is kind of trying to re-enter your life, and it could be a person who stabbed you in your back. Obviously, I would just block and move on, and that's it. So there you go. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have the Sandpiper Spirit. It says, be playful. You cannot make this up. There you go. Definitely, I would go do something fun this week. Go watch a movie. Go enjoy one of your hobbies. Go do something for yourself. You have this Vulture Spirit. It says, nothing is wasted. Yeah, again, I feel for some of you, maybe you feel that you've wasted a bunch of time on something that just isn't working, but I feel like you've been learning every single stage. Every single step of the way, you've been just learning or figuring out how to make things work, and that's what I feel here. I feel like you're just learning how to do things the right way. You have the Queen of Cups, the Two of Pentacles, and the Star. The Queen of Cups says follow your heart, so I definitely feel it's like a really good heart-based time for you to kind of like follow and tap into your heart-based energy with the Queen of Cups and really kind of listen to what your heart is telling you. I also think it's a great time to make sure you're in the energy of love. That doesn't mean necessarily a person, it just means doing more things that you love so that you can bring more energy down to earth. You have the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles is work hard, play hard. I do feel like you're learning balance, like learning to be more playful, but also learning how much work you have to put into work. And, I feel that is going to be helpful. I also have the word like settlement popping into my head. There could be a settlement coming in for you in the sense that something is working, right? It's almost like the universe is settling up with you. So if you've been doing a lot of work and haven't been getting paid appropriately, then I feel like now you are getting paid appropriately. You have the Star. The Star is like having a North Star or having that big goal, wish, or dream that you have to focus on it and bring it down to earth. And I also do feel like some sort of wish fulfillment is kind of like coming in for you here with that Star card. The Star could also say that you are healing from this, right? This mess right here. Like, I'm wondering if a person kind of like kept you stuck in the mud. If a person was almost guiding you in the wrong direction, now you're healing from it. With the Queen of Cups, you have the Knight of Pentacles. Time to get to work. Yes, Knight of Pentacles, the only knight in the tarot that isn't moving. The good news is he's coming up in the good stuff, so I feel like you are making progress. With the Two of Pentacles, you have the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is quick success and quick movement. It's like no movement to movement, right? You're going no movement to movement or stuck in the mud to movement right here. I think I said something a second ago about like blasting off, and, with the Chariot to the Six of Swords. And that's kind of the energy I get here. It's like all of a sudden you're finally going to experience progress. But, again, I feel like this is in something that you've been working towards for a long time. So, it's like if you haven't been doing anything, then nothing is going to happen. So I would say get to work now, right? With the Star, you have the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords, again, setting yourself free. Definitely, this is a big breakthrough reading is what this is. I think that a lot of you have maybe been stuck and now you're having a breakthrough, especially if you've been like, why do I feel like I'm just running in place? Why do I feel like I'm just not getting anywhere? So for those of you especially that have been working on a project or a business or a career or whatever, I feel like that's where this freedom is coming from. You have this archway. It says new opportunities, possibilities, and paths opening up. Yes, big time. So that looks good. You have this needle and thread. It says a sincere wish will be granted with the Star. So I would make a wish, especially with that Star card. Doesn't even want to focus here. But I would make a wish because I feel like it's being granted. You have this shield. It says you need to defend yourself. Past person. You end with this reconciliation card. I'm actually going to pull you an extra card. But you have this this pineapple. It says reconciliation on it. So I feel like you need to protect yourself from toxic energies. You have this cane. It says pay attention to your health. Yeah, like Two of Pentacles. Work hard, play hard. Make sure you're doing things in balance at this time. And sure, we'll take it. I wasn't going to take this one, but we'll take it. It says a great good fortune on it. Yes, I feel like there is definitely great fortunes coming in for you here, Capricorn, especially if you've been putting in the work or you've been working towards something for a long time. But this looks really interesting, Capricorn. I like it. Again, stop taking life so seriously for sure. It says splash some joy in your life. I would definitely listen to that. But other than that, I feel like you're having a breakthrough, like blasting off from a breakthrough, especially if you've been stuck on something specific. But this looks really good. So thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your week.